Welcome to this quick training video outlining Middlesex County College's protocol should we need to cancel courses for any reason. The great news is that Canvas has got you covered. All Canvas shells are equipped with several tools which allows you to hold your class remotely. We'll go over a few of those tools as well as some ideas about best practices and pedagogy when holding an online class. First of all, let's take a look at best practices. Should you decide to hold an online meeting using the built-in software, and we'll go over in detail as to how to do that in a moment, there are a couple of things that you ought to think about in advance. First of all, choose a setting or a background that has minimum visual distractions. Avoid background movement such as TVs that are turned on or spaces where people may walk through the frame. If using a background with a surface such as a wall, ensure there's no excessive patterns. Try and choose a setting that is quiet and free from ambient noise, as you want your students to pay attention to you, not what's going on behind you. Make sure you check out your lighting. Using your computer and webcam, check whether windows, skylights, or glass doors provide enough lighting at the time of recording. If not, make sure you have appropriate light available. Position light sources in front of the subject but behind the webcam. Ensure the subject on camera is sufficiently sharp, clear, and in focus. Make sure your webcam is positioned well. Conduct a test of each available webcam. When recording or streaming a video with your selected webcam, position the camera so it's level with your eye line or just below it, so that you are centered and only have a small amount of space between the top of your head and the frame. If need be, place something under your computer to raise it up higher so that the webcam is closer to your line of sight. If your viewers can see the ceiling above you, the angle's too dramatic and the camera's too far beneath you. Make sure you have a microphone that works best for you. It is best practice to use a headset instead of your built-in computer microphone, because that might pick up additional noise or feedback. You should test out any microphone in advance and select the microphone that produces the overall clearest sounds, best tone, and minimizes background noise and feedback sounds. Make sure that you have an agenda available to you as well, so you and your students know how the meeting will progress. This will help you keep on task, and it is also useful for any students who may join late. Great! Now that we've covered best practices when holding an online lecture, let's focus a little on the pedagogy of online learning. According to Stanford's online faculty development, there are several ideas that you should keep in mind when holding an online class. Let's look at some of them. Be present at the course site. What exactly does that mean? Students should hear from you frequently, either by announcement or email. You should also check in a couple times a week, just so they know that you're present. Develop a set of explicit expectations for your learners and yourself as to how you will communicate and how much time students should be working on the course each week. Checklists are wonderful tools to allow students to know what to expect. Use a variety of large group, small group, and individual work experiences. Online learning can be isolating. Having students work together in group activities cuts back on this. Use both asynchronous and synchronous activities. This means your online meeting is just as important as posting readings or using a discussion forum in order to interact with the students. Ask for informal feedback early in the term, particularly as suddenly holding online classes could cause disruption. It's important that students feel they are still involved in an active learning experience. Send out polls or just quick posts requesting feedback. Another useful function is to have a private journal so the students feel like they can express themselves just to you. Search out and use content resources that are available in digital format if possible. There are a ton of videos already available on YouTube that are easy to import into your course. If you have specific content you would like to develop, please reach out to us as we'd love to help you. Thank you for your time watching this video on how to employ online learning for any classes you might teach. This is part 1, where we covered best practices and pedagogy, and we invite you now to watch part 2, where we will cover tools within Canvas.